Alice,
Whoa, what? What's happened?
she hit someone with her car.
She's not moving. Mum. Dad. What do I do?
What about the ambulance?
They're not here.
You have to listen to Mum, all right?
Okay, remember the chest compressions.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
She can't do this.
She has to. Don't let her die, Alice. She won't ever forget her face, Frank.
This isn't working. Get off the road. Run!
Dad, I can see you.
No, that's not us. That's somebody else's car.
Hello?
She's been seen.
My husband and I can help if there's been an accident.
Alice, make her leave.
No, honestly, I'm fine. What were you doing in the woods?
Alice, go back to the car.
She can't do that. The police will find out.
Do it!
We're here to help.
Quickly! They're there!
Please!
What about the girl?
Her face is changing!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we're so excited to have with us here the director of a brand new film that's coming out real soon. You guys should definitely check it out. Babak Anwari, we're here to talk about his new film, Hallow Road. Say hello, Babak.
Hello, everyone. So lovely to be here.
Now, I will say this. This new film has an incredible cast. I would love to know, Babak, how you got all of these stars aligned, because Rosamund Pike and Matthew Rhys are fantastic.
Thank you very much. Honestly, first and foremost, it was it was just a blessing, and me being lucky that they were available. And like very early on when I read this, very early stages of the script when I read it, I was like, Rosamund Pike. I want her for the role, and she was meant to go to South Africa for a TV show, and they said at first they were like, she's not available, but her schedule shifted, and she suddenly found a window, and I was like, go, 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 go. So we sent the script to her, and luckily she responded, and we had a long conversation and shared all my crazy ideas, and luckily liked them. And then yeah, she on that first call with her, she said, "Who you have in mind for the husband?" And I was like, Matthew Rhys, because I'm a huge fan of Matthew and the Americans, and she's Rosamund and Matthew, this is the first time they worked together, and one of the very first conversation they had with each other, Rosamund sent me a text message. It was so lovely. It was like, I think Matthew is the perfect dance partner, which I always find so nice. And they do the dance really well, in my opinion, in this film.
It's so important that they do, because a lot of the film is just the two of them in this one place, and I think if they hadn't done it so well, the film doesn't work as well.
Exactly.
And I have to say that's also a little bit of you as well. How difficult of a decision is it to put a film and record it mostly in one place, and that place be inside of a Range Rover?
Inside a Range Rover. I mean, to be honest with you, I always say for us filmmakers, difficult is exciting a lot of the times. And I was like one of the main hooks for the script that when I read it, I was like, how can I maintain tension within such a confined space for a long period? And I really wanted to sort of be inside the car. Obviously chamber pieces like this have been made, like Locke with Tom Hardy was an inspiration. But I was thinking, how can I take that, one step further and be more in the car, because the car almost becomes like a representation of this couple's unconscious, like very sort of anxious unconscious. So that was the challenge, and yeah, luckily my team got as excited as me about that approach. So yeah, I mean, to answer your question, yeah, the difficulty of it was like one of the main reasons that I jumped on.
Honestly, I also find the Range Rover to be a physical and metaphorical prison as well for this
Exactly.
couple. I think that's such a nice thing, because Range Rovers are luxury SUVs. They're not they're not, they're not Equinoxes or things like that. They're not these SUVs by necessity. They are something that
Yeah.
you specifically purchase in order to be perceived a certain way. And I like that
Yeah.
you use that perception as a prison.
Well, I mean, like modern people think they're safe in their car, but cars can be like a sort of an incubator of various different emotions, and I also what that's why like we shot everything outside of the car on 16 mm film, and then the moment you go inside the car through the windscreen, it switches to digital and becomes colder and like sort of crisper and obviously as the film unravels becomes more and more expressionistic. But yeah, I did that on purpose to separate the world outside from the world inside. Even if people are not necessarily technically aware, I was hoping that like it subconsciously they would know, they would feel it. Yeah.
I have to say, I think this might be the best of your films that I've seen.
Oh, that's really nice of you.
And
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of Under the Shadow, but I think this is a much better film than your previous works, and I have to applaud you because it seems like you just keep elevating your game.
Thank you, mate. Like that means a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cheers.
and the thing about us is we're very, very honest about things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I wasn't a huge fan of all your work, but that's
Yeah.
just how it is. That's the nature of any director. But
Yeah.
it just keeps getting better for me, and I really I like that you were uncompromising in what you had wanted to say here, and you said it, and that has to feel good as a director to set out to accomplish a goal and to do it, to get it done. Or am I
Thank
off
you.
here?
No, man, that means a lot. I mean, honestly, like hearing that from you makes it's such a huge compliment. And obviously, also with every work, you try to mature and learn more and be better. So that's great to know. And as a filmmaker, I always tell myself, just need to push yourself and try to like experiment a little bit and so to learn more. It's trial and error sometimes, but it's better to take those risks and try to do something interesting and fail than not to try at all. So yeah, I'm glad you feel that with this one it worked.
It did. It takes place on Halloween. Was that a conscious
Yes.
decision?
Yes, thank you for. I mean, it's very the references are quite subtle, but I'm very glad you picked up on it. But uh, yeah, when I read the script, I was like, it should happen on a Halloween night because obviously it's that time of the year when the two worlds collide, and so that and I remember I told Rosamund and Matthew that the whole film is almost it lives in that liminal space, whether it's like our real world and the other world, or the sort of the conscious and the unconscious. So so Halloween made perfect sense to me, and I'm glad you picked up on it.
You've played in the liminal space before. You've played in the ethereal world before. I just
Mhm.
think that your result here was a lot better than the last time.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, it's this is something I always love to sort of I love stories that are like sort of in that space. Whether you don't know how much of it is real, how much of it is like sort of fairy tale or supernatural, or is it all psychological? I just because I genuinely believe that like the line between mythology and psychology is very thin and sometimes disappears. And that was another thing I was telling the actors like. I was like, because it doesn't matter if what they're experiencing, if it's a metaphor, if it's like a real supernatural thing, whatever is happening is real to them, which is, which they totally understood, yeah.
I love that. Now, anytime I have a guest on for the first time, and this is your first time talking to us here at
Hmm.
Film Snobberies, we ask two questions. The first
Hmm.
one's pretty easy. The second one's really difficult, and I'm going to let you know that now. The first
Okay.
one, real easy. Who are some people that inspire you, whether that's personally or professionally?
Who are the people inspired? This list is very, very long. But I would say that I started off falling in love with filmmaking when I was 10, 11, and I must say it was Spielberg and Tim Burton films. But then as I grew older, I ended up having other heroes like Michael Haneke is someone I absolutely love, and obviously Kubrick. But the list is super long. But yeah, those are like the top filmmaker names that come to my mind. Yeah, and I'm now waiting for the difficult question.
Here it comes. You have two movies to watch for the rest of your life. What two and why?
Ooh, that's really difficult. Two
Yep,
movie.
I told you.
Poltergeist. I can't get enough of it. What would be the other one? Maybe Rosemary's Baby. Maybe
I like it. Now Poltergeist. You mean the original Toby Hooper film, '82?
the original Toby Hooper film. Yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
not the remake.
I Not the remake. And the original Toby Hooper film really scared me as a child, but also couldn't get enough of it. Actually, no, I'm gonna change it to Poltergeist and Close Encounter of Third Kind because that film is so magical to me. I just love watching it over and over.
There's
Both
few
about child
movies.
abduction.
There's few movies in cinematic history where you can play a simple sound
Yeah.
and you know exactly what that movie is. That alien noise from the Close Encounters is
Yeah,
one of them. You just play that noise and people know exactly what that is.
100%. The melody, yeah.
See, you're definitely a Spielberg guy. Technically, you picked two Spielberg movies because he's producer on Poltergeist
Of
and he
course.
directed Close Encounters. That's a great answer. Now,
Thank you.
I want to start with this. This is a very easy question, and this is one that you'll be able to answer with these. Give us a 30-second pitch as to why people should check out Hallow Road when it does come out next week, right? It comes out next
No,
Friday this Friday on Halloween,
this
right?
Friday, Halloween,
Yes.
31st. Yes. Why? It's a perfect old school Halloween story, to be honest with you, in like a classic sort of spooky story, and I think it's hopefully it's a conversation starter. It's a type of film that hopefully when you watch it, you walk out, you're still thinking about it, you're still talking about it. Um, and we try to put a lot of Easter eggs in, not a lot, a few Easter eggs in there that if you end up watching it a second time, I think it still sort of rewards you.
I like that. And I would add that if you're a parent especially, there's a lot here that speaks to what it
Uh,
is to be a parent and what it is to want to do everything you can for your child, no matter the situation.
exactly. I think not just the parent, even like like even for your loved one, in general, and the pressure of that when you feel like a loved one is in danger or in crisis. So yeah, that's bang on.
I'm glad I nailed that. Awesome. I wanted to ask you, what if, how do you? Because I've seen some of your movies at festivals. I've seen some of your movies at my house. I've seen some of your movies on the theater. When you're watching the audiences, for you, what
Mhm.
is the most rewarding audience? Is it the festival crowd? Is it because this was at South by? I saw Wounds at Sundance.
Yeah.
Uh, what is the most rewarding experience for you?
I think nailing the like when you're like designing a film with your team and there are moments that you hope that work that like for instance like a scare or a laugh and then when that delivers when you hear the crowd like gasping or jumping or then giggling that just feels so amazing and I think festival crowds can be more open than like normal cinema goers. So sometimes it's like a lot of fun watching the film for the first time, and there's a lot of time fun. A lot of times that's the first time you're watching your film with an audience at a festival. So that's a lot of fun. I don't know if I answered your question.
You kind of did. You kind of gave me exactly what I was looking for. Babak, thank you so much for spending time with us here today. Everybody, make sure you check out Hollow Road when it comes out this Friday on Halloween, October 31st. Babak Anwari, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, man.
Thank you, and you've been wonderful, and same to you.